Friends, have you ever wondered what the biggest barrier between your life and your dreams is? We often think that someone else is stopping us. Family, society, money, or fate. But the truth is that the real enemy isn't outside, but within. It's our own lack of self-discipline. Imagine you plan to wake up at 5 a.m. and exercise, but as soon as the alarm goes off, you hit snooze. You think you'll study regularly from today, but mobile notifications pull you away. You want to save money and secure your future. But suddenly when you see online shopping, you can't stop yourself. All these examples seem small, but in reality they are determining your future. Self-discipline is the invisible force that can transform your life from average to extraordinary. Imagine how much your life would change if you had so much control that you could control your desires, your habits, and your fears. Discipline doesn't just mean following rules. It means mastering your mind and emotions. It means doing the work that's difficult but necessary. Have you ever noticed? Every successful person in history had one thing in common: discipline. Whether it was a great leader, a visionary entrepreneur, an artist, or a warrior. The secret to their success wasn't just talent, but the power to control themselves. Because talent and intelligence are only useful when combined with consistent action. But the question is, why is self-discipline so rare? Why do millions of people dream, but only a few can make them come true? The answer is simple. Discipline isn't easy. It's an internal battle. You can defeat anyone in an external battle, but defeating your own mind and laziness is the hardest. Self-discipline puts you between two paths. The first path is comfort, where you find instant pleasure. Sleeping, scrolling on your mobile phone, eating junk food, procrastinating. The second path is growth, where you face struggle and pain initially, but in the long run, you achieve success and freedom. It depends on which path you choose. Consider this. A student who studies a little bit every day is the one who feels relaxed during exams. A person who takes care of their health daily enjoys longevity and energy, and a person who makes small savings daily achieves financial freedom in the future. This isn't magic. It's the result of discipline. Self-discipline is a skill, not a gift, and most importantly, anyone can develop it. But to achieve this, you must step out of your comfort zone. You must fight yourself. You must defeat that inner voice that says, "Let it be today. We'll start tomorrow." Remember, discipline hurts, but regret is even more painful. The pain of a workout is temporary, but the regret of an unhealthy body is permanent. The pain of waking up early is temporary, but the regret of losing your dreams is permanent. So the real question isn't whether discipline is difficult. The real question is whether you can endure regret. The journey of this book will provide you with the roadmap you need to unlock your inner strength. You'll learn how to build big successes from small habits, how to protect your mind from distractions, how to master your life by controlling your fears and laziness. Here you'll discover secrets that will transform not just productivity, but your entire life. This journey won't be easy, but believe me, its rewards are greater than you can imagine. Self-discipline will give you the freedom every human being seeks, the freedom to live life on your own terms. So friends, get ready, because in the coming chapters, we'll embark on a journey that will lead you to your strongest version. A journey where you will not only reach your goals, but also awaken the warrior hidden within you. Remember, self-discipline is not a cage. It is the master key that unlocks all the doors of your life. And when you master it, you will realize that nothing in this world is impossible for you. If you truly want to transform your life, don't miss a single step on this journey. Stay tuned to Bookpedia, where you will find not just book summaries, but life-changing insights. So let's begin this amazing journey. How to Master Self-Discipline, Chapter 1, The Power of Purpose. Imagine waking up in the morning with this question echoing in your mind. Why am I doing all this? How often does it happen that we start a task, but after a short time, the motivation fades? We feel lost. This is why so many people never achieve discipline in their lives. But if you have a purpose, a cause that fires your veins, then no matter how difficult the situation, you never give up. Purpose isn't just a fancy word. It's the strength that lifts you out of bed when the rest of the world is asleep. It's the reason that keeps you going when you have no more strength left. Imagine a person running a marathon. Their body is worn out. Their breathing is heavy. The pain in their legs is unbearable. But suddenly in the crowd, they spot their child waving to them. He's saying, "Dad, you can do it." At that very moment, new energy is generated within him, and he races towards his goal. Why? Just because of one reason. Life is much the same. Unless your why is clear, discipline doesn't last. People say they lack consistency, but the problem isn't consistency. It's clarity. If you don't know your purpose, you'll sometimes quit studying, sometimes skip the gym, sometimes leave work unfinished, but if your purpose is crystal clear, you'll persevere no matter what. Imagine if your life's purpose is simply to earn money, you'll be devastated the first time you fail. But if your purpose is to give your family a better future, even failure won't stop you. A purpose should touch the depths of your heart, a reason that compels you to wake up every morning and take action. And yes, this purpose doesn't have to be big. It has to be personal. Now the question arises, how do you find purpose? The answer is simple. Ask yourself, what do I want to fight for? If my life ended today, what regret would I carry with me? What legacy do I want to leave behind? The answers to these questions will ignite the fire within you that will make you disciplined. And once that fire is lit, discipline will no longer be a struggle. It will become a habit. Remember, self-discipline begins from just one place, the power of purpose. When your purpose is clear, even if the whole world tries to stop you, you will become unstoppable. So friends, look within your heart and find the reason that gives you the strength to move forward no matter what. Because this is the first step towards a disciplined and extraordinary life. Chapter 2. Control your mind, control your life. Have you ever noticed? The biggest battle in our lives isn't with the outside world, but within our minds. In the morning, the alarm rings. A voice says, "Get up, you have to work out today." But at that very moment, another voice whispers, "Sleep a little longer, start tomorrow." This is where everything is decided. The truth is, if you can't control your mind, your entire life will spiral out of control. But if you learn to control your mind, no goal will be too big for you. The mind is like a sword. If you sharpen it, it will protect you and bring you victory. But if you let it dull, it will harm you. Imagine you're sitting at an important task. Your laptop is open, you need to work, but your mind keeps telling you to open Instagram, watch a video, or take a break. You agree, and gradually, your mind starts controlling you. The result is incomplete work, heavy guilt, and weak confidence. But imagine if that same mind obeys your command. You say focus, and your mind immediately focuses. Say let go of distractions, and your mind helps you complete the task without hesitation. Wouldn't your life change? Mind control isn't magic. It's practice. It's training. Just like muscles are trained in the gym, your mind is trained. Every time you resist temptation, every time you make the right choices and small decisions, your mind becomes stronger. People think discipline means restrictions. But in reality, discipline means freedom. Freedom from laziness, freedom from distractions, freedom from that weak voice that holds you back. Your mind works according to the habits you teach it. If you always choose the easy path, your mind becomes ingrained in that habit. But if you repeatedly choose the tough path, make the right decisions, and accept discomfort, your mind will automatically push you toward success. Remember, the most powerful forces in the world lie not outside, but within you. And the greatest power is your mind control. For the person who conquers their mind, no challenge is impossible. Whether it's preparing for an exam, a major business risk, or a personal struggle, mind control is the true weapon. So the question is, will you let your mind become your master, or will you become its master? Because the day you learn to control your mind, your life will be under your control. Chapter 3. Break the chasm of comfort. Imagine two paths presented to you. One path is comfort, a soft bed, easy choices, and instant pleasures. The other is hardship, waking up early, working hard, sweating, and facing discomfort every day. Which path would you choose? Most people choose the first path because our minds naturally gravitate toward comfort. But this is where the true tragedy of our lives lies. The comfort zone gradually imprisons us. It gives us the smooth illusion that everything is fine, that everything is going smoothly. But the truth is, this very habit of comfort weakens us. Think about it. Whenever you skip a workout, whenever you procrastinate out of laziness, whenever you shy away from tough decisions, you send a signal to your brain that easy is the right thing to do. And gradually, this signal becomes a part of your personality. The comfort zone is like an invisible prison. You don't even realize you're trapped. You appear free on the outside, but deep inside, you become a prisoner of that habit. And a person who becomes a prisoner of their comfort zone can never live an extraordinary life. Now the question is, how do you get out of it? The answer is simple. Make comfort your friend. Every time you face difficulty and still persevere, you break that chain. Every time you defeat laziness and take action, you move up a level. And every time you step out of your comfort zone, you discover your true strength. Just remember those moments in your life when you felt truly proud. Perhaps passing an exam after studying all night long. Perhaps achieving your first difficult goal at the gym. Or perhaps facing a fear and conquering it. Did those moments come from comfort? No, they were born out of discomfort. That's the truth. Growth never happens in a comfort zone. A comfort zone only provides comfort, but greatness is always found beyond discomfort. So the next time you're faced with two choices, one easy and one tough, remember that the tough choice is the path that will make you strong, disciplined, and extraordinary. Breaking out of your comfort zone isn't easy, but as you face small discomforts, your mind and body will strengthen. And one day, even those tough choices will seem simple. Remember, a comfort zone is a sweet poison. It feels good at first, but slowly kills your full potential. And the real beginning of self-discipline is when you break these chains and awaken your true strength. So ask yourself, do you want to remain a prisoner of your comfort zone? Or do you want to break those chains and take your life to new heights? Because true freedom is only achieved when you break the chains of comfort. Chapter 4. The Art of Small Wins. Have you ever wondered why we suddenly become exhausted while striving towards big dreams? Why does our motivation evaporate in the middle of a long journey? The problem isn't in the dreams themselves. It's in our perspective. We always envision the destination as so vast that the path seems intimidating. But what if I told you that the real secret to reaching great heights lies in small steps? Imagine yourself climbing a mountain. Look up, the mountain is hidden in the clouds. The distance can feel daunting. But if you just focus on the next step, on just the next stone, gradually even that mountain begins to seem smaller. This is the art of small wins. Small wins are the magic that recharges your confidence every day. When you accomplish a small goal every day, your brain receives a signal. Yes, I can do it. And this signal gradually transforms into an unstoppable belief. People think success is a big leap. But the truth is, success is built on small, consistent steps. For example, if you read 10 pages every day, you'll complete 1,000 pages in a year. That's dozens of books. If you do 20 push-ups every day, you'll do thousands of them in a year. And this small habit will transform your body and mind. Small wins seem small, but their impact is profound. Imagine someone joining a gym and thinking, I want six-pack abs. If they focus only on abs, they'll give up quickly. But if they celebrate small daily progress, today they lose a kilo, today they increase their stamina a little, they'll persist and eventually reach their goal. This same formula works in every aspect of life, be it career, studies, business, or personal growth. Big wins are achieved only by those who know how to collect small victories. Small wins teach us that discipline isn't boring. Rather, it's an exciting journey where every day you prove to yourself that you're better than before. These small victories keep the fire burning, giving you the energy to persevere in the long haul. So the next time you set out to achieve a big dream, don't just focus on the final goal. Set small goals, accomplish them, and celebrate, because the real magic lies in the consistency that comes from small steps. Remember, small wins are the true power. They change your habits, your identity, and gradually transform your entire life. So, starting today, decide to take one small win every day. Whether it's 1 hour of study, learning a new skill, or simply cutting back on social media by 1 hour. These small steps will write your big success story. And ultimately, when you look back, you'll see that those small wins have taken you to where you dreamed of reaching. This is the art of small wins. Chapter 5. Focus over distraction. Imagine this. You're sitting in a room, a book is open in front of you, or an important project is underway on your laptop. You try your best to concentrate, but suddenly, a notification comes on your phone, and your attention is diverted. You think, I'll just check for a minute. But that minute slowly turns into an hour, and when you return, your mind is empty, drained of energy, and filled with guilt. This isn't just your story. It's the story of today's entire generation. We live in an era where distraction has become more powerful than ever. Social media, endless notifications, OTT platforms, online games, all are consuming our attention. But the question is, will we remain puppets of distraction? Or will we regain our power of focus? Focus is no small thing. It's the superpower that makes the difference between an average person and an extraordinary person. A student who studies for 2 hours a day in deep focus will achieve far better results than a student who studies for 6 hours. It is, but he checks his phone repeatedly. The businessman who avoids distractions and concentrates on his strategy grows many times faster than others. Distractions will always give you easy pleasure, but focus will give you long-term success, and that's the real game. Are you chasing short-term pleasure, or are you ready for long-term victory? Now imagine practicing pure focus for just 1 hour every day. No phone, no notifications, just focused on your goal. Gradually, your mind will train, and you'll join those people for whom even the impossible becomes possible. The first step to achieving focus is awareness. Understanding that distraction doesn't just steal time, it also saps your energy, your creativity, and your confidence. Every time you pick up your phone, you signal to your brain that you're not in control, and this habit weakens you from within. But when you decide that from now on your mind will obey your command, you become a game changer. You decide for yourself when to look at your phone, when to work, and when to relax. And discipline is born from this balance. Remember, the most successful people in the world aren't the busiest. They're the most focused. They've conquered distractions. That's why they've conquered their lives. So make a promise to yourself today. Whenever a distraction pulls you in, ask yourself, is it worth it to my goal? If the answer is no, then let it go, because every time you let go of a distraction, you strengthen your focus. And when focus becomes strong, your speed, your productivity, and your success can astonish anyone. So, friends, remember, the true power of life lies in where you focus. Distractions will always try to surround you, but the winner is the one who chooses focus. Chapter 6. Embracing Pain and Sacrifice. Imagine if life were filled only with comfort, pleasure, and easy choices. Would anyone be able to achieve greatness? History bears witness. The stories of those who have become extraordinary have always had one common thread: pain and sacrifice. We all want to run away from pain. No one wants to feel pain, but the truth is, pain is the teacher who teaches us the greatest lessons. If you want to build muscle in the gym, you have to endure pain. If you want to top exams, you have to stay up late. If you want to fulfill your dreams, you have to sacrifice some comforts and pleasures. Pain and sacrifice are the currency with which success is bought. Imagine a person who sacrifices sleep every day for their goals, gives up entertainment, and puts themselves in uncomfortable situations. People from the outside ask, why is this person struggling so much? But a few years later, that same person surpasses them. Why? Because they embraced pain. They accepted sacrifice. Pain doesn't break you. It shapes you. But the condition is that you have to embrace it. Every time you face struggle and still move forward, you discover a new strength within yourself. And this strength transforms your identity. Sacrifices aren't easy. Giving up hanging out with friends, avoiding favorite shows, stopping late-night scrolling. These are all small sacrifices, but they build discipline. People always look for shortcuts. But the truth is, there are no shortcuts. Pain cannot be bypassed. Sacrifice cannot be avoided. If you run from struggle, you also run from success. But there's a magical truth hidden here. When you embrace pain and sacrifice, those very things gradually become your strengths. The pain of the gym starts to bring you pleasure. The sacrifice of studying starts to give you pride. The difficulty of discipline starts to give you freedom. So the next time you're faced with discomfort or a sacrifice, don't run away. Tell yourself, this is the price of my success and I'm willing to pay it. Remember, the bigger the dream, the bigger the pain, and the bigger the sacrifice. But when you reach your destination and look back, all those struggles will become your greatest victories. So friends, ask yourself, do you just want an easy life or a meaningful life? Because a meaningful life is only achieved by those who embrace pain and sacrifice. Consistency is king. Have you ever noticed? We all start with great enthusiasm. Be it a New Year's resolution, joining the gym, or adopting a new habit, the beginning is always explosive. But within a few days, that energy vanishes, and we're back where we started. The real game isn't about starting. The real game is about persistence. And this is where the difference between winners and quitters lies. Consistency can seem boring. Doing the same thing over and over again, every day, never brings excitement or glamour. But this very boring thing creates the magic that transforms lives. Imagine a farmer sowing seeds and expecting a plant to sprout the very next day. He or she would be disappointed. But only the farmer who waters daily, endures the sun and cold, and maintains patience will one day reap the fruits. Consistency is the same. Small efforts repeated daily create massive results. You put in a little effort every day, and this hard work adds up to a life-changing outcome. But the difficulty? The truth is, our mind craves instant results. We want six-pack abs by going to the gym for 10 days. We want to become a topper by studying for a week. But the reality is that results never come without consistency. Now imagine if you spend just 1 hour a day on a skill. You won't see results today, not tomorrow either. But after 6 months or a year, you will become an expert in that skill. This is the true power of consistency. Consistency connects us to the root of discipline. When you stick to one small step every day, your self-confidence grows. You begin to believe that, yes, I can do it, and this confidence makes you a long-term winner. It's true that consistency is tough. You have to face boredom, resist temptations, and push yourself at times when you feel like giving up. But remember, every time you don't give up, you strengthen your character. Consistency doesn't mean being perfect. It means getting up and doing the same thing again, even after falling repeatedly, because victory comes only to those who persevere. So friends, if you want to change your life, don't dwell on grand plans and instant motivation. Just take one small step every day and keep repeating it. Because real kings, real power, and real success go to those who have understood that consistency is king. Chapter 8, From Discipline to Freedom. Have you ever wondered what we all want in life? If you were to answer this question, most people would say freedom. To live freely, to follow our own rules, to pursue our dreams, to live a life where we don't need anyone's permission. But there's a deeper truth hidden here. Freedom isn't something that comes easily. Freedom is only available to those who have mastered their lives through discipline. It sounds strange, doesn't it? We think discipline means restrictions, rules, sacrifices, and boring routine. But in reality, discipline is the key that leads us to ultimate freedom. Imagine if your mind is uncontrolled, you succumb to every distraction, give in to every temptation, and always choose instant pleasure. Are you free? No, you are actually a slave to your habits and weaknesses. But when you control yourself with discipline, you decide when to work, when to relax, and when to enjoy. And that is true freedom, a life where you are the master, not your habits. Imagine a student who studies with discipline every day. Initially, it feels like they've imposed restrictions on themselves. But after a few years, that same discipline gives them the career, the opportunities, and the lifestyle that others don't have. Now they are free, with their own choices, with their own dreams. Or a person who saves with discipline may miss parties and avoid luxuries. But after a few years, that same discipline gives them financial freedom. They can now decide where to live, what to buy, and how to live. In other words, discipline may seem like a restriction in the short term, but in the long term, it gives you life's greatest power, freedom. So, if you truly want to be free, you must first bring yourself under rules. You must first gain control over yourself. Because when you adopt discipline, you take the steering wheel of your life into your own hands. Remember, a person who runs away from discipline always lives by others' rules. But a person who embraces discipline creates their own world. So, friends, understand this ultimate truth. Self-discipline is not a punishment. It is your greatest power. It transforms your habits and shapes your identity. And ultimately, it gives you what you've always wanted, a life of true freedom. The decision then rests with you. Do you want to continue living as a slave to momentary pleasures, or embrace discipline and live the life your heart has always yearned for? Remember, true freedom is only attained by those who have understood. Discipline to freedom. Conclusion. Friends, this entire journey teaches us a profound truth. Self-discipline is not a rule book. It is not a punishment, nor a boring routine. Self-discipline is the power that can transform your life from average to extraordinary. We learned how purpose gives us direction, how mind control protects us from distractions, how breaking the shackles of comfort zones leads us to growth, how small wins make us stronger every day, how focus channels our energy in the right direction, how pain and sacrifice teach us the price to pay for success, how consistency makes us unbeatable, and how, in the end, discipline gives us the ultimate reward, freedom. Now, the question isn't whether you can learn discipline or not. The only question is, are you ready for it? Because no one else will come to change your life. This responsibility is yours alone. Remember, every time you conquer yourself, you give your life a new direction. And one day, these small steps together will create your dream life. So friends, from today, decide that you will no longer be a slave to your habits, laziness, and distractions. You will become your own master. Because when you control yourself, the whole world comes under your control. And that is the true secret of self-discipline. If you liked this video and would like to share it with others, please do so. If you learned something from this, be sure to subscribe to Audio Nook. Every week, we bring you summaries of life-changing books that can transform your thinking, your habits, and your destiny. So stay connected with Audio Nook, because your journey to becoming the best version of yourself begins here.